You ask a stud breeder, you say, what's the right structure of a sheep? And 99% will say, a good flat top and a leg in each corner. You heard that? Let me show you a photograph of the skeleton of a sheep. You can pass it along. Make a good flat top on that and a leg in each corner. To me, structure of sheep is all angles, and it's the angles that are either extended or contracted that make them the right balance. And normally you'll pick that up in the feet of the animal, or the shoulders of an animal, or the spine of the animal. But basically, if you've got sheep that have got great big long toes, just have a look and see if they've got too much angle on their hind leg, the toes sneaking forward and starting to grow and continue to grow. If they've got really short toes, have a look at their hock. You'll find it's straight, and the straighter the hock, the more tippy toe they walk, and they wear them down, and you've got nice little fine feet on them, but they're not really practical. You need to follow lines in sheep. I think in symmetry of the animal is the one thing that you see. It intrigues me that in our judging system that a lot of judges never even turn sheep side on to see the balance. I don't believe you can see the complete balance of the sheep when you're looking back on all the time. I would turn them side on 90% of the time and then back on just to see the muscle structure that you're putting on. I don't think it needs to be back on all the time when you're judging sheep. The other thing, of course, with structure is teeth. Now, a lot of breeds of sheep don't have a problem with teeth. Borders probably have more than any because of the Roman nose, and you've got to get that teeth onto the pad. So you're basically looking at that as being one of the most important things. If you're watching sheep walk around and you watch some of the ewes that will walk with a very short step, you'll generally find that the shoulder blade is tipped too far forward, and it'll stick up just behind the neck, and you'll see that working all the time as the sheep's walking. That's generally a sign that they're too straight in that shoulder. So you're actually looking at an animal trying to see those photographs underneath. So you can imagine the shoulder blade getting tipped forward, the leg gets straightened, and they start to walk like I do on a Saturday morning. Similarly with the hind legs, the worse you get the hind legs and the more straight you get them, and I don't know whether there's any cattle breeders here that are in the Simmental business, but that's the best place to see straight hind legs at a show. Go and have a look at a Simmental lineup. They're brilliant for having straight legs. That's the big danger then for rams working. When a ram's working and he's got to mount onto those hind legs probably 20 or 30 times a day, then he's going to be in pain because that's the wrong angle for his leg. So as far as I'm concerned, you get that little bit of an angle, the right angles you'll see with the sheep coming down from where it's joined on with the pelvis, down to the hock, and then down to the ground. And then the next thing you've got then is the pastern. And the pastern needs to have some flexibility in it. You don't need to have animals that have got no flexibility in the pastern. Again, they generally go with the straighter hock, but then you get the extension the other way where they're right down in the pastern, and then you've got real foot problems and that with your sheep. But as far as I'm concerned, it's fairly simple. I don't believe that it is a straight spine. The spine is relatively true all the way through, but you are covering that with fat and muscle. And it's a bit like building a house, and if you built a house and you built it out of square, it's terribly difficult to put the plaster on and the roof on when your rooms are all out of square. So it's the same with the sheep. If the angles aren't right with the spine, the angles aren't right with the legs, it's hard to put the muscle and the fat on them. No good me talking without someone asking questions, so it's probably easier to ask a question.